I think we're back. Can someone say something in chat just so that I can make sure that the teleprompter is even working? Also to confirm that you can even freaking hear me. That everything's fine. I think it's fine. I think. Well, that was a nice break. There we go. Okay, cool. Chapter select. Oh. Okay. So, I don't think we have to do the theater again. I think it was about to end. So it is just on the Mobius. We're dumb. It's fine. So I think we can just start a Mobius. No, I think that's just where you got up to last time. Oh. For this game, probably you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin. Okay. Oh, frick, it's this one. It's freaking this one. The door. The only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. Yes, that's it. That's truth. Okay, yeah, I remember this one. I don't feel any more amount of ideas.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off,
Go,
he's never been
talking.
this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that
I
come
don't figure
from?
out how to say the
But
thing.
then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, maybe it's
Here was the point
freaking.
in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Yeah, we definitely had that one last time. Just pushed a really massive change to the bot so it will crash. Okay. Hello. Oh. It's so pretty. Is that the person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I've talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty and I have nothing left to give my work. Oh no! What's happened? Did something change? There's a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me and it started again. What? New personalized. Yay, it worked! Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. I need to see it to know why it stopped. I can take you to it, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a different puzzle. Difficult puzzle. If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal?
Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even.
Test more
still,
cool.
He keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
Come along, I'll show you. Show it to you. There we go, I'm live.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own.
Here's the puzzle.
bubble,
What do you think?
Just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to
Solved
anyone.
this puzzle before.
Not releasing them onto the internet.
Oh, wonderful.
And so.
Can you tell me how to do
it?
it?
Anyone outside of himself to connect with.
First, you have
He
to
had no
open the
outlet
door.
to ground himself on.
Okay, now what? Now you have to close the first door. The switch. Alright, what's next? Just close the first door. Just now press the switch. Here. That was so simple.
You can't talk yourself
Can't
out
believe
of
I never solved it
loneliness.
before this.
It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Okay, here we are. What are you talking about? There's no machine here? Trust me, why? You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Oh, that feels wonderful. It wasn't true. Don't worry about it, just keep talking. So that creation is easier. When I make games, I feel completely understood. Oh yes, that was wonderful. Keep going. Yes,
Seeing this
there was
game
a
at the
world
time that he
stamped
made
with
it
whiteness.
really
Switch here. I
unhealthy.
get it. That's a weird thing to say
I
to
was
someone
watching
you
him
just
do this to
hey, it's
himself,
me.
and I hated
I'm
it.
you.
I hated
Okay.
seeing him so trapped.
You have to open the door. Yes, there was these
Video
floating
games
colored
are
blocks.
not worth
There's no
this
machine
amount of
here.
suffering.
Don't worry about me. A place this nice, I'll be glad to stay here all night. No, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle. Close the first door. Every time I make something, I feel better about myself. Just need to stop creating. Just never stop creating and you'll never feel bad. It's such a simple solution. I've seen a house this messy. What are some sacrifices
really
you've had
cared
to
about.
make?
And I used to
Here
get
are
so
all
much
my
joy
hopes and
out of
dreams. Yep,
seeing
I
him
was in
create.
the escape tutorial.
For him to suddenly
Trust
become
me,
angry and frustrated
you
like
don't want
this
to go over
was
there.
the
I
worst
can't figure
thing
out
for
how
me.
to say the thing. How about a TV with surround sound? Yes, I did get a call. That's how I escaped. Help! I'm blind. There are other ways in and out. Okay, making games is simple. What if I'm not a good teacher? Please, where's the machine? Patience, you have to trust me. I promise this will work. Please continue. Pain breezes effortlessly off me. Any sacrifices made for my work are worth it 100% of the time. It always pays off eventually. Yes, more. Keep going. Sorry, I have to leave.
This is what I
Do you
felt at the
understand that you won't be
I don't know
happy
how else
until
to
you love
explain
me? This is for you.
I wanted it
Do you
to
enjoy
stop
being a
more
house
than
cleaner?
anything.
What happens
I had
if
never
I solve
felt
it?
so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to
No,
stop.
I've been right here this entire time. I can't keep making these. To get out, all you have to do is be sincere. Please, someone talk to me. This is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort? Why do I feel so awful when I said that? Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm thinking 10 times 12 recessed electric 6-inch soft lead ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Why would I care about the space between the doors? I'll be saved by my work. Incredible. That's it. I'm free. I'm free. I do not remember this from before. You quit at the last chapter, that's why. Oh, okay. No, but I have played this before, is what I mean. I don't remember that
But
one.
it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
He was trying to say something to you. Well, yeah, it wasn't. Well, truth. Well, I remember other ones. The machine. Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I tend to be quick, I tend to be quiet, I tend to be brutal. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. You stop?
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you put them through? It was only because your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? So here's what needs to happen. You need to go out and apologize to them. You have to admit to people that you allowed them to suffer being so alone. Apologize for leaving me. No? Nothing? Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I've seen the thing you fear. Alright then, I'll apologize to the people on your behalf. My followers falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We'll find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us pay it retribution that we are not failures. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. We will destroy everything that the machine has created. Holy frick! I have a gun! Oh. I do remember this bit. From the first level, yeah.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people.
No.
To get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
That's not your choice.
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realized that I could be the one to initiate.
No, no.
Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that to someone else's work.
So I started showing Coda's work to people.
No!
I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
How dare you? Put down your weapon. Oh, I can't do anything but shoot.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And
but that doesn't mean that that's the same for him.
To my friend.
That's not how everyone works.
I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling.
Given that in confidence. You were told that you were given access to these games in confidence. That's not how social anxiety works.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
I wonder why.
So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Ah! Okay. Time to cry. Yep. I'm not already.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Because you never understood him.
This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Feels wrong. Oh, feels wrong. Feels so wrong.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever.
I would love
cut
that.
It off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end.
Cut it off.
But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate.
You
What's the
made
deeper
it into
idea
that.
behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Oh, frickin'. Don't mind me, I'm just struggling. 6, 1. You never should have done what you did. The fact that they are solvable as well. Yeah. Like, they absolutely are.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first
Except for this one.
and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely. Just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
You created the
I feel
problem.
like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
So you force
I
your
can open
fix
this
on
door for
him?
you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I don't know why I would be. It's not
Makes
like
it about him. Yeah, he freaking does. These are not your games. This is not your life. You're creating this documentary about this other person. And
I remember.
for
It's
what?
June of 2011.
To make it
I'm
about
playing this
yourself?
for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself,
Trying to
I
see
don't know this
reason.
I have no idea who this person is.
You made
It
him
wasn't
into
the
this
guy I knew,
person.
It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point. and
Jumping to
suddenly
all
now
those
some-
conclusions.
I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was.
To
and
put
what he stood for.
ideas
I asked
and
him
knowledge.
so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
And that's fine. That's okay. A lot of these games weren't even really meant to be played, right? They were just meant to be made. Let a man make his art. Don't make him be seen. Why do you have to make him be observed? He can just make art and enjoy it.
To see myself in someone else. I needed
So
to
about
be
him.
someone other than me. But he stopped and
I
left.
wonder freaking why.
Felt somehow like I had failed.
That you had pushed him too hard, done too much. That wasn't asked and wasn't wanted. The whole way through, and especially making this. Dear Davy, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you to not speak to me anymore.
It's because of what I did.
Of course it frickin' is.
I poisoned it for you.
You made it unbearable.
I don't think I ever
Wonder
told
at
you
times
this,
whether you think I am making
but
these
when I
games
took
for
your
you.
work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
But you weren't. Huh? Okay. You've so infected my
And
personal space that it's
people who
possible I
played them,
did begin to plant
they
solutions in
treated
my
me
work
like
somewhere
I
hidden
was
behind
important.
between games.
They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Don't use someone else's work to feel good about yourself. If there was an answer, a meaning. Would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Give them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my game? Stop adding lampposts to them? Ah! Would you simply
And then
let
you
them be
stopped.
what they are?
And I didn't have anything left to show people.
Damn right, they're not yours
I
to
just
show.
had to be with myself.
Yes,
And as soon as
realize
that
what the
happened,
frick you did.
There was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
Maybe you should figure that out
What
in
is
your own
that?
time, unrelated to Coda. Maybe that has nothing to do with them. When I am around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something, and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. Damn right. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Makes sense to me, which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
When you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. There is no...
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work.
Ah!
Because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up.
Continuing to do the same thing.
I apologize
over,
to you, truly and deeply.
Over and over again. It's such a large...
I need to feel okay with myself again.
Massive...
I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself.
Oh, yeah, but that's not your work. Yes!
Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing
and
it again right now. Like I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again. Like
well,
I'm an
figure out another freaking outlet.
Something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm
leave
sorry.
him alone. Leave this man, a person alone. That has nothing to do with you.
That makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself.
Man needs a therapist. Man needs a therapist.
And all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Ah! Uh-huh. I think maybe I've cried so much that there's no tears left. I'm just mad. Again. I love the way that he doesn't even mention that he was the one to add lampposts. He was the one to search for meaning. He was the one to write all this together.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
It is.
Solution.
And you tried to infect
I guess if someone had
Coda.
told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
You shouldn't have been looking.
He was depressed.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Maybe he just likes making games. Let the man make. Let the creator create without it suddenly becoming like a big thing that it needs to have meaning that you can attribute to the creator. Let the creator create.
Stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you. If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
That is a struggle. I'm mad at him. I'm so mad at him, but still. That is a struggle.
What now?
You find something else.
I think I need to go.
I think you should have gone a long time
I'm sorry,
ago.
because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but
No,
starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do.
you do.
I have a lot that I need to make up for.
Yes.
So I'm
This being
Just-
one of them.
gonna... Okay.
No. There's just us. It works. Oh, but it's kept track. Top PVs. Damn. Ignore. Yeah, that's okay. You do what you gotta do. Back at the train station. But everything that was here is gone. This isn't in the story. This isn't Coda's game. Because this is something else. It's an amalgamation of Coda's games, I suppose. Or at least the engine. Nope, this is Davies. Yeah, I thought as much. Made to make you feel something. But I'm just mad. Just mad. This music is also amazing. Just goes on. Just instant tears, love. Oh my god. Yep. Yep.
Turn back,
For R.
turn back from this cave.
So don't know who you are. This project would not have been possible without the following individuals.
Let me keep going.
Yeah. I don't think we're supposed to know.
The cave goes
Turn back. Helena Heron.
and miles and
So here's my theory. Obviously this is fiction, right? Yeah.
and you're so
Additional things.
tired.
But Coda is Davy.
Know that you're strong.
Okay. So it's all like an internal thing of like the machine is Coda and his drive to create. He pushed and he pushed and he showed and he wanted to find meaning in what he was trying to create and his wanting for his games to have meaning. Yeah. But that wasn't the source of his creativity. Oh, once you push and you push and you push, it just stopped. That does make a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. Just a game theory. Yeah, it's just a game theory. Oh, God. Good game. Very, very good game. But on that note, I am going to read out the stream, I think. It's just been a lot. It's been a lot. No. It is now, what? Almost 12. We are going to stop here. I'm going to send you guys over to Penger, who seems to be playing Leave the Company, which is going to be a very different vibe. But yeah. Heads up. I don't know if I'll be bothered to make a stream schedule like I didn't do last week, but I might actually get around to it. Right. I do believe I'll probably not be streaming next weekend. And then I will not be around to stream for the following week. I'll push you on that. I will not be around for the following week because I'm away with my family. But I will be streaming this coming week, is what I'm trying to say. I'll probably be on tomorrow rather than more. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not trying to do anything like that. But yes, so there will be a couple more streams before that. Don't know what they are yet. Should be a Halo night on Friday. And then beyond that, I don't know. TY, first stream in this game. You're welcome. I did want to finish it. And I'm glad everyone enjoyed me crying my eyes out and trying not to blink. That was a very good game as well. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here. It's been a bit more emotional than normal. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, you nerds.